Welcome to the re-release of Season 2, So You Want to Be an Influencer. We are excited to share this content again with a Common Core aligned unit of study, guiding students through activities that help them think about their own personal brand and eventually create content for the school's brand. So You Want to Be an Influencer empowers students to tell their story and to make a positive difference. With the re-release, each episode is accompanied with a viewing reflection guide to help students think about who they are and how they can become an influencer, as well as activities they can do individually or with others to apply the content from the lesson. It is our hope here at Class Intercom that helping students dive into social media with purpose can not only gain skills to grow as a digital citizen, but also tell your school's story. So let's get started.
So, you want to be an influencer. You're about to find out just how. This 6-episode series will take you through everything from getting started, to finding your audience, to crafting eye-catching posts. Let's get started. Welcome back to Season 2 of CGTV. My name is Mitch Fisher, and I am absolutely psyched to be back with you. This season will be jam-packed with information and tools to help you elevate your personal brand and learn how to be an influencer. In this episode, we'll be going over 3 things: finding your why, finding your niche, and finding out how you can get started by helping at your school. Now, first and foremost, it's important to understand that what you often see from influencers is a well-finished, polished product and them putting their best foot forward. It's not real life. What you might not know is that it can take years to build a following. Oftentimes we see influencers investing a lot of time and effort into learning new skills and technologies that will help them better reach their audience. Now, an influencer is defined as someone in your niche or industry with sway over a certain audience. If you see something that stops you from scrolling any further, there's a good chance that a lot of time went into creating that post. Many of the influencers you see today have a whole team of people helping them create content and making them look good. However, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't create content and set new goals. It just starts with developing your craft by attaining new knowledge. Some people become influencers because of the occupation they have. They might be an athlete like LeBron James or a doctor like Dr. Pimple Popper. They trained for something else, but because of their professional influence and training, they were able to take that following online and grow an online presence. If you want to be an influencer, you'll need to learn some basic communication skills, including writing, public speaking, and social media marketing. Point number 1, you've got to find your why. What is your main motivation for being an influencer? This is absolutely critical. If you do some deep reflecting and find it's really just for clout, influencing is not for you. Do you want to motivate, inspire, or educate? You need to have a deep passion for starting conversations and impacting lives. Once you've pinpointed your why, it's time to find your niche. Niche is defined as a comfortable or suitable position for one in their life. Where do you fit in? What topics pique your interest? What are your hobbies? One really great way to find your niche is to ask yourself this: what do my friends come to me for to ask for advice or help with? The things your friends come to you for reveal a lot about what you're an expert at and what your interests are. Start there. The biggest challenge is figuring out why your audience should care about the content that you're creating. After all, if no one cares about the content you're creating, you're not really an influencer. You must provide value for a certain demographic of people. Providing value is the name of the game. Just think about the influencers that you follow. Whether you realize it or not, they're doing something for you and providing value for you. Otherwise, you really wouldn't be paying attention to them. Now, the third point, I cannot stress enough to you the value that classes like English and speech will have on your journey to social media content creation and potentially becoming an influencer. Many teachers today realize that you might not go on to write a novel, but they do understand that you might have a future writing social media content. Beyond classes, be involved at your school. You can be a leader right now. You can be an influencer right now. Go seek out leadership positions in any clubs, sports, or activities that might be at your school. You can be an influencer today. This is where it starts. Use your school as a training ground. That's exactly what school is for. To learn. Make it clear to your teachers and faculty that you have a deep desire to learn more about social media. If your school doesn't already, maybe suggest offering up a social media club. You could start it yourself. For additional guidance on how to do that, check out our blog post, How to Get Involved in Social Media at Your School, by going to classintercom.com ClassIntercom.com. Before you go, I want to give you an exclusive look at what we'll be discussing during this 6-episode series so you know what to expect. Our next episode, episode 2, will be titled Know Your Audience. This will be released on September 30th. After that, we'll talk about strategizing and planning on October 14th. Then we'll talk about creating meaningful content on October 28th. Our 5th episode is titled Collaborate, and that'll be released November 11th. Finally, let's put it all together on December 2nd. You can find and access any of the episodes after the release date anytime you'd like on ClassIntercom.com. I highly recommend you try filling out the worksheet that goes along with this episode. You can find it on ClassIntercom.com under Resources CGTV. It'll help you with some of the topics we talked about today and implementing them in your own personal brand. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and make a positive impact on social media.